What's up, y'all? This is 40 and Flying. This is Sean coming at you here at a brand new channel, whatever. This is 40 and Flying. This is Sean. Here I am. Here I am. Day number one, quitting alcohol. So, this channel is for anyone who is definitely trying to slow down and hopefully quit alcohol. I am recently just turned 40 years old, less than 2 weeks ago. So I thought big change needs to happen, and I'm going to document my progress. This is day number one. The big purpose of this channel is to give you live data and really get into, just documenting the live process because there's a lot of channels out there that document what's going on, the, years after the fact. So, which I do think is important, but I think there's a lack of data and just real-time recording of what's going on day after day, literally after it happens. So that's the purpose of this channel. It's for anyone who you don't have to be 40, you can be 30, you can be 50, so on and so on, 20. Hopefully you're not 70 and trying to stop, but you can do it even if you're 70. Okay, man, if you're in your teens, let's go. You can do that. That would be awesome. So this channel is just for that. Definitely right now, I want to document day in after day, daily videos as much as possible. I don't know if I'm going to do every day. I might take one day off a week. Still deciding on that, most likely, but definitely give probably at least 6 videos. It wants to be a daily video upload on what's going on, my tips, what I'm learning. So I've failed so many times. So why am I quitting, right? So just had a couple notes. And it's definitely for anyone who wants to stop. If you need to stop cigarettes and other things, pills, I don't have really good advice for that. So this is more for alcohol, but anyone who's just trying to make a big change in their life, especially in that area, this channel is definitely for you. And so why am I quitting at 40? Man, I did the normal thing, just a little background of drinking, young, 13, 14, all the way up to, 25, basically. Pretty, heavy moments, but not horribly consistent. And like 27, I actually stopped for until 35 or 28 to 35 ish. And so and then 35 had a tragic event with divorce, and then the pandemic, and then so a lot of people like me as well started drinking a lot during the pandemic, or just slowly building it up, right? So the problem with alcohol, which most people know, is you can start off at a low to moderate amount, and man, that can just turn into a daily habit and just slowly start to corrode your health, basically. And I'm no exception. I kind of thought I could cheat my way, man, I'm doing everything else right with diet. Maybe I felt like my diet was better than most people, even though it wasn't um, necessarily, hugely better. Just but I did a lot of things right. And then with exercise and everything, so I'm I'm doing everything else right. I can have a glass or two, right? A couple beers here, there, or whatever, right? So hold on 1 second. Let me take a coffee break. And just after I just got way too consistent. And that's the biggest problem, which I don't like about alcohol. It's so crazy that um, something that's literally poison, you can have, it can be really addictive. How? How can a poison be literally addictive? Um, and, it doesn't feel like it, but it definitely can be. So that's the horrible thing about it. It doesn't feel like you are, but if you're doing something every day, how are you not addicted to that thing, right? No one says it's a strong word, but you know what I mean? Like coffee, like people are addicted to that, right? People say you can't be addicted to smoking weed. Well, if you smoke weed for 5 years straight, I mean, are you addicted? Most likely, yes. Okay. So can you get off it a lot easier? Yeah, I think it's gonna be a lot easier than alcohol. So I'm doing this. Let me slow down on my own too, and I know some tips and tricks. I definitely recommend if you've been like me. I've been consistent, not heavy, but there's definitely been heavy moments, but just consistently, the 2 to 4, 5 drinks or beers a night, um, pretty daily, like for the last couple years. So, but if you need to go to obviously a clinic or a rehab center, right, that's definitely recommended, or just have a really good support group around you. I think I can do it on my own, and I know the first couple weeks, maybe first 3 weeks, will be pretty rough. The brain fog's going to be there. This is day number 1, so surprisingly, I slept well. There's been many times where I stopped, and usually the first week is just horribly horrible with brain fog, poor sleep. It's just erratic, and I don't know. After that, it gets better. So, man, yeah. What? So I think the potential's there. Like I just have to. Another part of this documented process is going to hold me accountable, which I really like. Um, so the big thing, yeah, with me is I know it's going to be rough. I know I'm going to take one of the tips if you're doing it on your own, and if you drank consistently for a few years. I'm not a medical professional, but the risk for like yeah, just like stroke or heart attack, right, can go up. So you can take a baby aspirin, 1 or 2 a day for the first week, couple weeks, just to be safe on the safer side, right? And there's some other things I'll talk about as well. So, man, I feel like super motivated um, to do this to really better my life. And, right, at the risk of, you know what I mean? Sometimes you have to quit the friends, or in my case as well, a job, which I was making on the potential rate at 6 figures, even a little more a year. 6 figures, and I'm like, listen, I gotta stop because one, I'm not able to do my job effectively, and it's a job where you help people. So, and it's in healthcare, and I'm like daily one-on-one with people, and just being, man, after a while of drinking like that, your mood and your irritability, everything is just diminishing. It's going down the drain. And like, how are you going to be there to support people and tackle problems, consistent problems? Like, you're there to help someone and be a support for them. And you're trying to recover and, and heal, and you're trying to help them. So, I mean, yeah, obviously there's going to be some things that you always have to work on, but like being potentially hungover or just, you know what I mean, the day after day, and then they're trying to go to be a healthcare worker. It doesn't make sense. And not only that, like I really couldn't. I was getting so frustrated, and like after the long days, what did it do? It just made me want to, I'm irritable. I'm frustrated very easily after the fact and after a long day. So what? You get in that rat wheel and frustration, and yeah, it just led me to drinking more. So can I do that job long term? Well, that's to be seen, but I think I can at least part time when I'm not drinking. But this is the reason why I had to, stop, because I'm like I have to get right before I go back, and it's been like it's been way too long of a journey, like of me stopping, starting, and I really haven't stopped that long. And so for me to even document 100 straight days, which that's the goal, um, and hopefully longer, basically, because I don't even want to just. My goal is just to stop and maybe stop. Period. if the worst case scenario, once or twice a year, but I want to just stop completely because my plans just and my energy demands, like, I need to be off alcohol. There's just no other way, man. And there's no um, what just reason, or it just, you don't have to feel bad like, oh, I used to feel bad, or like, why can't I just like drink, or why can't I just have a couple and, like, you know what I mean, be like super active and motivated and never have any frustrating moments, or like, how come I can't handle it, basically. It's better or as well as other people. But at the end of the day, like, I'm drinking every day, like, you're taking it on like a lot. So you don't be frustrated. And there's many, many millions of people who can't handle alcohol, and we're never designed to handle it at all. Like, it's a poison. So never feel frustrated. Like, right, that's a horrible way to think. And so you're not missing out. I want to tell you that. And I want to be a motivating light for people who are stopping, and just a supporting voice. At the end of the day, that's why I'm making these videos too, to be a supporting voice for everyone to go who's going through it in real time, right? So you can look back. Hey, I'm on day 13. Hey, I'm on day 19. Hey, I'm on day 72. You know what I mean? So a lot of that is not documented, and I want to do that and just be a supporting voice. What I'm learning, how I'm dealing with it. Again, I'm on day one. Surprisingly, usually I've only stopped for like a week or 10 days. Really has been my longest time. A couple weeks maybe in the last year or two, and then it's been consistent. And so every time, like, the first week, it's like, day one is usually horrible sleep, but yesterday was really good. And so I think maybe just because of the last few days were of drinking was like poor sleep, so maybe I just got really good sleep. Last night I did do a couple things different, so I'm going to monitor that. And usually the first day, definitely brain fog. I still have some, obviously. That's probably going to be consistent for the first week at least. Poor sleep, still irritable. Yeah, like the first week, like, man, I've still been irritable, moody, right? And having poor sleep. And so it's like super frustrating. And that's another thing you want to be definitely set, like, the bar of, I'm not going to feel totally better for, you know what I mean, probably at least 2 weeks, and or at least starting to feel better. So tell yourself, my body's just healing right now. Like, even when I go to the gym, I'm like, man, I want to hit all these goals, or like workload. I'm trying to work a ton. It's like, man, you can't. You just have to let your body heal first, and then you'll be the productive, awesome person, the energized person that everyone talks about when you get off alcohol. So definitely takes time. This is journey. This is day number one. It's more of a recap of how I got to this place, how I want to stop, how I want to be a motivating voice for you guys. Yeah, bear with me. The brain fog is real for the first week, but we're gonna get through it. I'm there with you if you're going through it. Let me see. Is there anything else I wanted to add? Yeah, so definitely on the job. Like I said, it's crazy to think about. Like, that was it's been the most money I've ever made, and like, I'm ready to stop because, like, listen, I have to get right in order for me to work hard. That's it. And sometimes it's friends that you got to get rid of. Sometimes it's a job, your circle, whatever. Um, yeah, but I'm there motivating you. You got to do what you have to do to get better first for yourself, so you can be a better person for everyone else around you, and to have that job or that relationship that you want to have with people. So, man, never thought that would happen. But, I'm not saying like I won't get back. Like, I'm definitely going to try, but I definitely have to heal first. Like, I really want at least 21 days, because I don't want to be like halfway, you know what I mean, like barely healed, and then I go back out there and try to work a bunch. then get super frustrated. What happens? Then you're tempted to drink more and everything. So I don't want that. And yeah, this is the journey, day number one. I'm rambling a little bit. Bear with me. Love y'all. Man, until next time, tomorrow. I'll see you then. Peace.